Today's topic is about serum ferritin. So serum ferritin is nowadays done in a various condition. It is also done in a COVID-19 patient. So what is the diagnostic use of serum ferritin that we will look. So first we will look about the basic biochemistry of the serum ferritin. So ferritin is an intracellular protein that stores iron and releases it in a controlled fashion. So whenever the excess iron is present, then it will be stored in the body in the form of ferritin. So basically this ferritin is working as a buffer molecule, so against iron deficiency and overload. Simply when sufficient iron is present, then it will be stored in the form of ferritin, but when it is needed and iron is not available, then it is provided from this ferritin molecule. It is also an indirect marker of the total amount of iron stored in the body. Now hence serum ferritin is used as a diagnostic test mainly for the iron deficiency anemia. Ferritin that is not combined with the iron is called a apoferritin. Simply you have to remember a protein part of ferritin, that is apoferritin, and that is combined with the iron and make a ferritin molecule. So ferritin is simply a storage form of the iron. Now the diagnostic use is, so basically serum ferritin measured mainly for the iron deficiency anemia. Direct correlation with the total iron stored in the body. However, ferritin levels may be artificially high in cases of chronic disease, where ferritin is elevated as not a mark iron load but as a marker of a inflammatory acute phase protein. Simply acute phase protein means that type of protein which is suddenly increased in any inflammation infection condition, and not as a marker of iron overload. So that you have to keep in mind. So both the type of category for this serum ferritin, once indicating iron load and second as a acute phase protein. So normal ferritin blood level according to sex and age. So for the men it is 18 to 270 nanogram per ml, while for the woman due to menstruation it is lower in range 18 to 160 nanogram per ml. For the children 7 to 140, infants 50 to 200, and for the neonates 25 to 200 nanogram per ml, that is the normal value. So you have to remember about the man and woman. Now further in detail of this serum ferritin, first that is low ferritin indicates what? So low ferritin level is seen with a hypothyroidism, vitamin C deficiency, celiac disease, some cases of restless leg syndrome. A falsely low blood ferritin level means false positive test for a low serum ferritin is very uncommon. Further, vegetarians are is not a cause for the low serum ferritin level. It is common belief that non-vegetarian should have a high ferritin or sufficient ferritin, but it is not proved. Vegetarians even have normal ferritin level. So excessive menstrual bleeding and internal bleeding, that can be a cause for the low ferritin level. Further, in this low ferritin, anemia, that is the main reason, but regarding this anemia you have to also take care that levels are increased in the blood by infection or any type of chronic inflammation. So simple that ferritin, that is iron stored, so in anemia it is obviously lower side, but if infection then it will be again increase. So if infection is there in this condition, may convert ferritin from lack of iron into the normal range again. So you have to take care anemia is super added by infection or inflammation, then again come back into a normal range. So that should be taken care. Next, that is ferritin level is high. So mainly iron in excess or acute inflammatory condition that is leading to the high ferritin level. One of the condition that is rheumatoid arthritis. For example, ferritin may be high in infection without signaling body iron overload. So apart from iron overload, you have to take care about the any inflammation or inflammatory condition. Also a marker of the iron overload. So iron poisoning and frequent blood transfusion, as well as thalassemia, hemochromatosis or hemocytosis, that is also showing a high ferritin level. Some porphyria and hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis, in this condition there is a high ferritin level is observed. Now next, that is hyperthyroidism as well as type 2 diabetes, leukemia, Hodgkin's lymphoma, liver disease such as chronic hepatitis C, that all conditions showing a high ferritin level. Ferritin has been shown to be elevated in some cases of COVID-19 and may correlate with the worst clinical outcome. So nowadays it is commonly done for a COVID-19 patient. Elevated during periods of acute malnourishment is also observed. So not only one condition about anemia or not only for the COVID-19, there are so many clinical conditions that you have to take care when we are estimating the serum ferritin level. So macrophage activation syndrome, in this there is an extreme rise or sudden rise of ferritin is seen. So that is macrophage activation syndrome. Further, a normal C-reactive protein may be used to exclude elevated ferritin caused by the acute phase protein reaction, because C-reactive protein is also important acute phase protein. So if CRP is normal, then obviously this ferritin is purely showing the iron overload. So that correlation that you have to keep in mind, C-reactive protein and ferritin both can work as a acute phase protein. So that's all about the serum ferritin.